Hello Man United fans. You are welcome to the home of Manchester United Daily News. Erik ten Hag gives dressing room message to Manchester United players ahead of FA Cup quarterfinal. Erik ten Hag told his Manchester United players to begin preparing for their FA Cup quarterfinal against Fulham while they were in the dressing room after Real Betis. United won 1-0 at the Benito Villamarin Stadium to secure a 5-1 aggregate victory and book a spot in the Europa League quarterfinals. But their progress in cup competitions means games are coming thick and fast, and Fulham visit Old Trafford on Sunday with an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, the prize for the winners. Ten Hag had already turned his attention to that game when he was in the dressing room after the Betis game, telling his United players to begin the process of being ready for another game on Sunday straight away. The manager said, "Come on guys, take the shower and go home quickly to recover as soon as possible," David De Gea told MUTV. "It is non-stop. We play again on Sunday, another big game, another big competition, so we have to recover really well. Prepare the game as best as we can and go again." United have already won the Carabao Cup this season, and they still have chances to add 2 more cup competitions to the trophy cabinet. "Every trophy is important for us. The manager has shown that, putting a strong team out for every game," said De Gea. "Of course we want to try to win the Europa League, there's still good teams, but we are confident. We believe in ourselves, and let's see what happens in the draw." Erik ten Hag hailed Marcus Rashford's resilience after he scored Manchester United's winner away at Real Betis. Rashford scored the only goal of the Europa League round of 16 second leg to secure a 5-1 aggregate triumph with a rasping effort from 20 yards. The 25-year-old wasted a one-on-one in the 53rd minute and spurned an easier opportunity 2 minutes later when he spooned the ball high into the crowd. 55 seconds later, Rashford lashed in his 27th goal of the campaign. "The team was creating some chances," Ten Hag said. "Rashi had some chances before. And he missed some, but he kept his belief, he kept trying and got his reward. All good strikers know that not in every chance you will get a goal, but at this level, you don't create 5 or 6 chances in a game, so one of the 2 has to be in. It tells you something about the team's performance. It tells you something about him. If he keeps the focus and makes sure he has the energy and the way he has to play in that system and style, he will get in scoring positions, and then it's about him, he has the ability to finish." United are certain to head into April with more silverware to play for and will discover their opponents in the Europa League quarterfinal on Friday. They have already ended their trophy drought this season with the League Cup, while there is an FA Cup quarterfinal at home against Fulham on Sunday. "Yes, very pleased," Ten Hag added. "I know in the start of the game it can be very difficult because they were going to try to get quickly to 1-0, but we didn't allow them. That is what we did. We needed the first goal. First half, we had some chances and we allowed them to get some counterattacks, so we had to be a little bit more calm on the ball, and we did that in the second half. Don't light up the stadium. The first thing we saw was some noise at the start of the match because we allowed them some transition moments, so once you score the first goal the game is gone, and they don't have the belief anymore. You have to manage that. That is another step we made in mentality, a winning attitude, to deal with that, and we have performed 3 times quite well in Spain." Man United fans in disbelief as Facundo Pellistri receives worst yellow card of all time. Manchester United fans were left fuming after Facundo Pellistri was shown the worst yellow card of all time against Real Betis. Young Uruguayan winger Pellistri was booked in the 29th minute of the second leg of United's Europa League round of 16 clash in Spain, despite winning the ball before colliding with Betis Argentinian midfielder Guido Rodriguez. Serbian referee Srđan Jovanović punished him for the follow-through, which left both players on the ground. Red Devils fans watching on at home couldn't believe their eyes. One slammed. "That's honestly the worst yellow card I've ever seen in my life." A second echoed. "That Pellistri booking is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. Mind blown that Pellistri got a yellow for winning the ball," commented a third, while a fourth added, "The game has gone WTF. You're getting booked for winning the ball." A fifth questioned, "How is that a yellow card? Absurd." And a sixth pleaded, "Can we get a break from poor ref decisions lol?" A seventh fumed. "The worst part about that yellow is that it's not even a foul from Pellistri, but, in fact, it's a foul against him that was deserving of a yellow." Pellistri, 21, was handed his first United start by Erik ten Hag, 893 days after joining the club from Peñarol in his home country back in October 2020. Harry Maguire sets Manchester United target after impressing on return. Harry Maguire admits he would like to start more matches for Manchester United after he impressed in their victory over Real Betis on Thursday night. United secured their place in the quarterfinals of the Europa League with a comfortable victory over Real Betis across 2 legs. Ten Hag's side had already taken a 3-goal cushion heading into Thursday's second leg, before Marcus Rashford's strike made it a 5-1 victory on aggregate. United made 4 changes for the reserve leg in Seville, with club captain Maguire coming into the side in place of fellow centre-back Raphael Varane. Maguire caught the eye with a commanding performance as part of a makeshift defence, and after the match he admitted he would like to play more, but insists he will always give his best to make the club a success. "I work hard at the training ground and that's all that you can do," he told BT Sport after the match. "You can work hard in training. I put everything into training. We have good coaches at this club and they put on really good sessions for us the day after games. Listen, it's not been too long since my last game. I think it is a couple of weeks ago. I have started 5, 6, 7 since the World Cup. Obviously, I want to play more. I want to start more games, but I'm playing my part on and off the field. It's nice to be out there leading the team and getting the victory, which is the most important part for myself and the club." Asked if there was anything more he could do to reclaim his starting role, the club captain added, "I've an important role on and off the field at this club. Every day I try to make this club succeed, whether I'm playing or not. That's my main focus at the moment. We've had a little setback in recent weeks, and I think it's been a good response since then." Pay the money. Manchester United fans send Victor Osimhen transfer message to the board. Manchester United supporters have begged the club to turn to Victor Osimhen in this forthcoming summer's transfer window after he scored twice in Napoli's 3-0 win over Eintracht Frankfurt last night. The Nigeria international, who is a firm target for United ahead of the summer, found the back of the net either side of the half-time interval to help the Serie A table toppers reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League for the very first time in their history. They won the tie 5-0 on aggregate after winning the first leg 2-0 in Germany last month. Osimhen, who recently admitted that it is his dream to play in the Premier League, opened the scoring right on the stroke of halftime, converting an outstanding header. He rose highest in the penalty area to connect with Matteo Politano's delivery, and his looping header left Frankfurt goalkeeper Kevin Trapp with absolutely no chance. He netted his and Napoli's second of the night just 8 minutes into the second half, sliding the ball home from close range after connecting with Giovanni Di Lorenzo's low cross. That marked his 4th goal in the Champions League this season. The 24-year-old, who was shortlisted as a target by United back in November, has now scored 23 goals in 28 appearances in all competitions this season, meaning it is easy to understand why so many clubs are keen on securing his signature. United are poised to prioritize the addition of a striker this forthcoming summer, and Osimhen, along with Tottenham Hotspur ace Harry Kane, is a leading target. Many Red supporters believe that Osimhen would be a better fit than Kane, pointing to his blistering pace and Erik ten Hag's preference for having a fluid front three. Nevertheless, no shortage of United fans, in response to the Nigerian's double against Frankfurt, took to social media to urge the club to do all they can to try and bring him to Old Trafford later this year. Manchester United takeover. Qatar to make second bid as Sir Jim Ratcliffe risks leaving it too late. Sheikh Jassim will make an improved bid for Manchester United next week in a move that could leave rival bidder Sir Jim Ratcliffe trailing in his wake. Representatives of the billionaire Qatari sheikh visited Old Trafford on Thursday and held what were believed to be broadly positive 10-hour talks with club officials. The talks included detailed financial discussions over the club, as well as a tour of the Old Trafford Stadium and lunch at the club's Carrington training ground. The sheikh, who is chairman of the Qatar Islamic Bank, was not present himself for the discussions, but they did involve the president of his 9-2 Foundation Shahzad Shabazz and his personal advisor, Fadi Bakos. Jassim was said to be relaxed about the prospect of not being present, as he still views this period of the proceedings as very early and is happy to trust his close advisors. The second bid is now expected to come next week, and will exceed the initial £4.5 billion offer put in last month. British billionaire Ratcliffe, the founder of the Ineos Group, also put in a bid of that amount, and he is set for his own trip to Old Trafford after watching his current club Nice in action in the Europa Conference League on Thursday night. Ratcliffe will arrive in Manchester with Ineos co-owners Andy Curry and John Rees, as well as the former British cycling supremo Sir Dave Brailsford, who is part of the group as a sporting advisor. Despite Brailsford's involvement, Ratcliffe is not believed to be planning a role at United for the former team skyboss or his fellow sporting advisor Jean-Claude Blanc. Ratcliffe, who was born in Manchester, is said to be hopeful that his personal touch helps win the club over, although given Qatar's renewed determination he is risking falling behind in the bidding process. He will be expected to prepare his own second bid after his visit. Rain Group, the American merchant bankers who are overseeing the sale of the club on behalf of the Glazer family, are hoping to see a bidding war drive the price up as the family continue to explore numerous ideas around a full or partial sale. Paul Scholes and Owen Hargreaves agree on Facundo Pellistri after making Manchester United debut. Former midfielder Paul Scholes was encouraged by Facundo Pellistri's performance after he made his first start for Manchester United during Thursday night's 1-0 win over Real Betis in the second leg of their Europa League last 16 tie. After earning 6 substitute appearances since returning from the World Cup in December, Pellistri, after catching the eye in all of those cameo roles, was handed a full debut by Erik ten Hag in the absences of fellow attackers Alejandro Garnacho and Antony. He started on the right wing and stored a full 90 minutes under his belt. He saw plenty of the ball down the right side and offered the direct running that was expected of him. He offered United something different in attack, and he will now be hoping to retain his place for Sunday's FA Cup quarter-final against Fulham at Old Trafford. And although Pellistri is still finding his feet as a United player, Scholes was impressed by the Uruguay international's display. "I thought he did alright," Scholes told BT Sport. "Again, he has not played a lot of football, but I thought he was quite lively going down the outside. He put a couple of crosses in early on that he possibly overhit, but the whole team was like that, to be fair. But I thought he was a real threat. He was the one looking to create and the one looking to be dangerous. He is very direct, and I don't think we will see any fancy stuff from him. He will be direct, go towards goal, try and cross the balls for forwards in the box and get shots at goal. I thought, overall, he was just alright." Fellow former Reds midfielder Owen Hargreaves was alongside Scholes in the BT Sport studio providing punditry for the televised fixture, and he agreed with his former United colleague's assessment of Pellistri's showing. Hargreaves commented, "I like him, he has got something. He is direct, positive, and like Scolasi said, there are no real frills. He gets his head down, runs at people and puts them under pressure. He is a big difference from the other players they have in that position, like Antony and Jadon Sancho. He can be proud. It was his first start in a Man United shirt, the team won and I thought he played well." Fans, this is the roundup of today's news. Here, you are guaranteed to get the latest news on Manchester United. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Please, share this video to other Manchester United fans. Thank you for watching.